Established in 1983, Egypt Gas was the first Egyptian company to specialize in the transmission and distribution projects of natural gas in order to follow the Egyptian government's policy of providing domestic clean fuel as an alternative to other kinds of fuel for the various residential, commercial, and industrial clients, as well as electrical power stations and vehicle gas stations. Egypt Gas strongly believes that its real investment lies in its qualified, skilled manpower that receive the latest technical and administrative training, which makes Egypt Gas to be ranked as the largest company in the Middle East and Africa in its field. Egypt Gas follows the international standards in selecting the best materials and equipment needed in every stage of planning, execution, monitoring and quality control, achieving the highest standards of quality to guarantee its customers' satisfaction and, most importantly, their safety and the environment protection. Egypt Gas executes several tasks in the field of natural gas projects, starting with feasibility, technical and economic studies, survey, map drawings, and network design for all components of the transmission and distribution system. Egypt Gas performs the mechanical, civil and electrical design and construction of the pressure reduction stations. This includes filtration, metering, odoring, and regulating units at the feeding points. As well as pressure regulators inside residential neighborhoods to achieve the required operating natural gas pressures. All the mechanical operations revolved around such pressure reduction stations and regulators are performed within the outstanding workshops owned by the company. Egypt Gas executes all the transmission pipelines and underground distribution networks, either using carbon steel or polyethylene pipes with different diameters and pressures. Egypt Gas also uses the latest horizontal directional drilling equipment, HDD, owned by the company, to implement special crossings on main roads, canals, drains and railways. Egypt Gas installs the gas meters, flues and exposed steel pipes. Inside and outside all customers' properties. The company then makes the necessary adjustments to customers' appliances for being compatible with natural gas instead of liquefied gas. Egypt Gas manufactures some of the materials used in natural gas projects in its specialized workshops. Any surplus of materials is sold to other companies. In order to provide after-sales services to its customers, Egypt Gas established 27 customer service centres, distributed in all its operating regions. The company also provides a hotline 19220 to meet all customers' requests for maintenance, repairs, alterations and new connections. The company has allocated technical crews in its concession areas to handle the operations tasks and to respond to any emergency calls received through the hotline 129 on a 24/7 basis. Egypt Gas is also specialized in the fields of oil and gas services, mechanical, electrical and civil works, the construction and maintenance of the crude oil and LPG tanks, and cylinder filling plants, maintenance and rehabilitation of piers and platforms of oil and gas production, rust and corrosion protection paintings for the onshore and offshore facilities, maintenance of splash zones and submerged parts of the offshore platforms, construction and maintenance of oil and gas pipelines and cathodic protection works, fireproof paintings, scaffolding works for the oil and gas facilities construction and maintenance, thermal insulation, firefighting and drainage networks, execution of aircraft's fueling networks and airport night lighting systems, performing the central air conditioning systems running with natural gas, civil works, mechanical and electrical installations, design and construction of filtration, metering, pressure reduction and odorant stations for other companies, performing all integrated works for establishing vehicle gas stations. In addition, Egypt Gas owns the latest laboratories for the calibration and maintenance of natural gas meters, as well as the calibration of pressure, electricity, heat and weight equipment. Based on its vast experience, Egypt Gas is now developing its capabilities and resources, targeting new markets and horizons internationally. Egypt Gas. Experience continues with generations.